Hi, I'm Shannon. After going through chapters 8 and 9 in Simmons, Lilly, and Cunley's Introduction to Counseling in 2024 and watching the counseling sessions, I realized the sessions were both what I expected and more intentional than I imagined. Before taking this course, I mostly saw counseling as a supportive dialogue, being present and also offering encouragement. By watching the videos, it helped me realize how intentional the process really is. The counselors were not simply listening, they were strategically using micro skills, which are reflection, paraphrasing, and even purposeful silence to move the session forward. As Simmons and colleagues in 2024 explained, developing a professional counseling identity involves thoughtfully integrating clinical skills, theoretical understanding, and faith. I can clearly see how the integration of all three were taking place in each of the sessions. One thing that really stood out to me was the presence of empathy. The counselors in the video showed patience, warmth, and genuine care. They weren't rushing to fix a problem or offering advice. They offered space. Research supports how important that is. It also continues that the therapeutic alliance is one of the strongest predictors of positive outcome. For example, Fluckinger and colleagues in 2020 found in a large meta-analysis that the quality of counselor-client relationships is significantly impacted by the treatment effectiveness. From a faith perspective, that kind of empathy reflects Christ-like compassion, meeting people where they're at before moving towards change. Each of the sessions felt very person-centered. There was a strong emphasis on reflective listening and allowing the client to lead. At the same time, I noticed subtle cognitive behavioral elements when the counselors gently explored how the client's thoughts were influencing their emotions. Cognitive and behavioral approaches continue to be strongly supported in research. For example, Hoffman and Hayes in 2021 discussed how modern cognitive behavioral interventions focus on core changes processes, such as modifying unhelpful thinking patterns and increasing psychological flexibility. I noticed subtle moments in the session where the counselor gently helped the client reflect on thought patterns, which aligned with this evidence-based approach. What I appreciated most, especially in an integrated faith context, was how counselors respected client autonomy. Even though this textbook emphasizes integrating faith and professional identity, the sessions did not feel preachy or directive. Instead, faith seemed to inform the counselor's character through humility, patience, and dignity, rather than being as imposed as an intervention, which aligns with Simmons et al. 2024, described as ethically grounded integration. If I can ask the counselors one question, I think I would ask, how do you personally decide when it's appropriate to bring faith into the conversation in a more explicit way, and when it's better to let it remain as an integral part of the framework? I'm curious how they prepare spiritually for their sessions while still remaining clinically grounded and ethically responsible. Overall, the sessions helped me see that faith integration is not about adding spiritual language to counseling. Rather, it's embodying Christ-like qualities when practicing competent, evidence-based care. These readings and videos together helped me understand how professional excellence and spiritual maturity can work hand in hand in the counseling process.